Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a shulker farm for Minecraft 1.17. Now the item list for this farm is in the description below and also over here too, so you can easily see it. This is quite a big farm, so make sure to leave a comment down below if you think I've missed an item. So here's the first amount of items, so tons of building blocks, and all these buttons are for spawn proofing. We've got all of this stuff. You can also use powdered snow instead of with a rose if it's easier, and then you need tons of minecarts. Now this does look like a lot, but it's actually only a few minecarts. Like, if you have an iron farm, this is pretty much nothing. We are going to be using 23 snow golems, and this dirt is just temporary blocks. And we need lots of scaffolding. Now the item list for the nether side, so I'm doing it in a separate item list to make it easier. And we need a lot of minecarts, we need a whole chest full of them. And then this is if you want to transport the shulker into the overworld. You don't have to do this step, you can use like a different tutorial as mine isn't as good. But I wanted to focus this tutorial on actually building the farm. But my tutorial still works in a way. I needed a ton of invis because the shulkers are very annoying. Next I'm going to go through some information on how this farm actually works, and also some of the rates of it. So pretty much how it works is the snow golem will hit the shulker. Now if you didn't know, snow golems can't actually do damage to the shulker. The shulker tries to hit the snow golem because the shulker's angry with the snow golem for hitting it, even though it will just hit itself because it can't actually get to the snow golem. So the shulker, when it gets hit by the shulker bullet, will choose 5 different random locations, and this is in a 17 by 17 area, which is the area where they can teleport. Now there's around a 50% chance of success and a 50% chance of failure. Well, actually it's not fully accurate, so the actual percentage is actually 46.6924%, but I like rounding it. Now if you're wondering where I get these numbers from, that's the percentage of areas where they can actually teleport inside the farm. Now they'll be able to hit themselves 3 times before they teleport, because that's when they take too much damage and they just won't be able to duplicate anymore. Now each additional shulker in the area, so this is the 8 block area around them, which is 17 blocks of their teleportation area. But if there's a shulker, so a second shulker in the area, it lowers the chance by 20%, and which is one of the reasons why we sometimes lose a shulker. Now it will take on average 90 hours until the shulker gets replaced. Now this is not fully accurate, but this is only for the reason of the shulker just not teleporting away through all of these attempts. Now I also did do some maths and worked out the chance of failure. So the chance of all of this to fail is around 11 in a million, or 0.00011% chance, which is really low. Now I'm going to go through some advantages of this farm. You can build this farm really high up, and this is so you can take advantage of the nether roof. This will require only 1 shulker unless you're really unlucky and you lose a shulker on the first one, but then there's still like an 11 in a million chance of that happening, so you should only need 1 shulker. Now this can run, now on average it produces 500 shells per hour. Now this won't break during long AFK sessions because, like I said, it has the shulker replacement system. Now I also want to mention that this design is inspired by Cubicmetre, which he designed a shulker farm a long time ago, and I've watched a few of his videos and they're really interesting, and that's how I got this number here. I used his equation, but I also made my own shulker farm inspired by his. So now I'm also going to go through the proportions of this farm. So it's 41 by 130 by 19. This also includes the area where the collection system is, which is all the way down here. So now the nether side is 14 by 10 by 32. Now I'm also going to walk you through the setup of the farm. So let's start off inside here. So over here we've got all the snow golems. So by having lots of snow golems here, it does mean that you hit the shulker a bit quicker. Now the rail system here is used to replace the shulker. Now this rail here will release the shulker, so if there's a new shulker being put inside, the shulker will be placed here using this activator rail. Now inside here is all the area where the shulkers can teleport to when they duplicate. Now I've used buttons on the outside to stop shulkers from teleporting outside, because that can actually happen. Now the shulkers will teleport here, and they'll be facing into this nether portal and go through the nether portal. Now on the nether side we've got this nether portal here. Now you could have a smaller nether portal, but I have had some issues with portal linking, and also sometimes I have issues where the shulker doesn't always go into the nether. Shulkers will be in here, the shulker bullets can't escape. They'll teleport here as this is the only location they can do. Minecarts will be dispensed in here and go across here, and this will just get rid of their portal cooldown. Now the minecarts are also put back into this hopper here and back into the loop. Now when they go back into the nether portal, they'll make their way to this nether portal here. Now we've got minecarts going round and round. Now this is to collect the shulkers. Now we use entity cramming to kill the shulkers. Now the shulkers drops go a bit random, like they jump around and all that sort of stuff. So they can make it onto this barrel here. So that's why I've kind of encased it a bit, just to make sure that the shulker drops don't escape. Now we've got a little dropping system, which will drop these shells down. and they'll make their way down to an item sorter, which is down there. Now the replacement system for the shulkers, so when the shulker in here has disappeared, one of these shulkers will be sent back in. So if a shulker gets sent through here, but decides just to teleport away, because sometimes they do that because they don't have enough health, another shulker will be sent in after this clock goes. Now sometimes you can find that a minecart will have a shulker inside and it will go down here, because it wouldn't have gone inside the system. Now if that does happen, we've got a little disposal system here with the wither rows, and then the minecart's put back into the system. Now the reason why I have such a big minecart storage is because sometimes these shulkers can be a bit annoying, and one of their shulker bullets could destroy one of the minecarts. So that's roughly how the shulker farm actually works. Now I'm going to go through some location, so where you should build this farm. So now this is the location which I'm going to be doing the tutorial at, and if you didn't know, so I'll open my F3 menu, it's quite close to spawn, and I've done this so that transporting the shulker from the end to the farm isn't too far away. I advise at least building it around 500 to 1000 blocks away. I wouldn't build it any further than that. Now it is definitely easier if you just have it at spawn anyway though. So now this part is important and you need to listen, because if you mess this up, you're probably going to have to rebuild the whole farm. So if I go F3 and G, which will show you the chunk borders, so I advise marking this out with like dirt block or something. So I've got the chunk borders open. Now this is the area where the farm will take up, so this has to be within a 3x3 chunk border. Now this is important, but you have to build this section of the farm inside the chunk border. So the chunk loader, which is down there, the chunk loader system will be in this chunk here, so you have to make sure that the rest of the farm is at least in this chunk border. So the area where the shulkers teleport needs to be in this chunk border, and that's because it needs to stay in the entity processing chunks. So now this end bit here doesn't have to be in the chunk border, as no entities will actually need to be here. Now also this area has to be the chunk that's being loaded, so you have to build the chunk loader in this chunk here, which is the central chunk. And you also have these side chunks which will be loaded as well, which is why I built this farm to a bit of the side, because shulkers will teleport into this section here. Now this is also the same for the nether side, so we've got a chunk loader in this chunk here, so that means this chunk here, the chunk over here as well, and a 3x3 area of chunks around this will be loaded. So only this chunk, and this chunk are needed to be loaded, so you do have to make sure that this is all in the chunk area where the chunk loader is. Now I'm going to move on to the tutorial for the first part of the farm, so the overworld part. Now I'm going to leave chunk borders on when I build this farm, so F3 and G, so make sure you have this on as well while you're building the farm. It will just make it 10 times easier to follow. I put a red line around the area where the farm is, so wherever you're building your farm, I advise doing that. Now when you're making your line, make sure it's within these chunk borders. So you need to make sure that the line on this side, the line here, goes out 2 blocks here, so 1, 2. And then also the line on here goes out 1 block from this chunk border, and also on this side. So the longest one is 41 blocks long, and then the one on this side is 19 blocks long, just in case you don't know the proportions. So now let's start this tutorial. So we're going to have to go over here, so we're going to need our scaffolding, and this will help us get up. So we're going to go from this chunk border here, so the one on this side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to place scaffolding here, and then we're going to go up. So now the scaffolding should go up to Y128. Now when you get to the top of your scaffolding, you should be at Y128, and you should be over here, so just looking at the farm here. So now you're going to have to get your scaffolding, and you're going to have to place it in this direction. We're going to have to go 6 blocks in this direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on this side, which is the smaller end, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on this end, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, like this. Now we're going to get some slabs, and we're going to place some slabs here and here. Now we're going to get some more slabs, and we're going to go this side, so this is the larger side. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to fill this in like this. Then we're going to go on the scaffolding here on the end and place some obsidian here and also over here too. Then we're going to get our dirt blocks, and we're going to place one here, some obsidian here. We can break this dirt block here. You can go up by 1, 2, place a dirt block here. We're going to go across here, so we're going to be making a nether portal. You can break this dirt block here. We're going to place another dirt block here, obsidian here, and then jump and place it in. Now we'll place a dirt block over here. We're We're going to put a redstone block here. You can break this dirt block. Place a shroom light over here. Get one of your redstone torches and place it here. Fill it up like this. Place some powered rail facing into this direction. Place your detector rail here. Now go down and place a dirt block here. Now go back up. Now place another dirt block over here. Then a dispenser here. You can break this dirt block here. Get one of your hoppers and place it over here. Place a dirt block over here. Then a slab here. Then get your sand. Put it here. Then a cactus here. Then one dirt block over here. Place some glass across here. Get your rail and place it here. And you can place like this to place it in like that. Then put some glass blocks here to encase this. Then place a trapdoor over here like this. Now put a single minecart inside here. Then place a lever like this. Now you can turn this on when you want to turn it on, but I haven't lit the nether portal yet because we're going to do that last. Now over here is going to be where our storage is. So get your slabs and place them here, here and here. And until you get to the end. Now place some slabs here and just fill in this area. So place a chest here and here, here and here. And then here and here. Place a dirt block over here to get up. You can break this and then place some chests here. And then another layer of chests. And then a bunch of hoppers facing into all of these chests here. And then a temporary block over here. And another temporary block here. You can place your dropper inside here like this. Place hoppers in here. Put a hopper here. Place composters up here. A rail over here. This has to be an powered rail. Now place a block here, so I'm going to use a zoom and place it like this. Now place a block over here. Now put a full block here, and then a slab here. You can break this block here. A comparator here. Some redstone dust here. Now place some dirt over here. Put a slab here. Some sand here. And then a cactus here. Now next you'll need your scaffolding. Now it's easy to place it like this, so if we go down here, and then we have to go all the way to Y247. As soon as we've got to Y247, we're going to need our slabs. Now go right to the edge here, so this is quite difficult. Now place a block on the side here, like this, and that's to be facing in this direction here. Now go across here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now place an extra block over here. Now you'll need to replace this scaffolding over here, just with a slab here. Now to help yourself get it back up, you're just going to put a scaffolding right here, like this, so you can easily get back down. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 in this direction, and then just fill this all in. Then put a powered rail here, and then here and here, here and here. Get some normal rail and place it in like this. Put a lever here, and this will power all of this. Now next we're going to get our slabs, and we're going to place a slab. Now next we're going to go to this side here, and then we're going to go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 soul sand over here like this. So we're going to put a lever under here, and we're going to put all our powered rail here like this. Now next we're going to get more scaffolding, and we're going to go under here, down here, and then we're just going to go down a few blocks. Now this is going to help us build, so we're going to go across here, and here, and we're just going to make a small platform that goes outwards. And this will just make it easier to build. Now on this part of the rail, we're going to go over here and place a soul sand here. A dispenser facing this way. Now we'll need a temporary block here. Now we're going to go down here and place a soul sand here. You can break this temporary block. Now we'll need a redstone torch down here, like this. Some soul sand here. A sticky piston facing this direction. Now we're going to go back up here. I'm going to go to this side and place a wall here and here. Then we're going to go down to the side here and place a sticky piston here. We're going to put a temporary block here. Some soul sand here and here. Then a redstone torch over here. And also another redstone torch over here. Now you can also place another redstone torch here. Now underneath this soul sand here, we'll need a temporary block. Some smooth stone slabs. then also another temporary block on this side, and a smooth stone slab here. Then place a comparator facing this side, and also a comparator facing this side. Shift click a dirt block here, put a hopper here, and then break this dirt block and put a hopper facing into this direction. Now put a redstone block here. So now over here we're going to get a cobblestone wall. I'm going to place some walls here. Now we'll also need walls on this side. Now go under this soul sand here and place a button here and also over here. Now go over here with a slab and place a slab here and here. A repeater here. We're going to put a temporary block over here, a slab here and here, and then here and here. Break this block here and place some redstone dust here and here, like this. Now place a single soul sand block over here like this, and some redstone dust here. And then put a button under this soul sand. Now next we're going to go onto this side over here. Now we're going to get a dirt block and place it here. Get a slab and place it here. You can break this dirt block. Place some sand here, and a cactus here. You need to place some buttons around this cactus. Now place a hopper in here, and also a hopper up here. Place a chest here, and a chest here. Now place a slab here, a dirt block here, some soul sand down here like this. You can break this dirt block. Now put some rail here and here, and then powered rail here. Now we're going to be going downwards, so place some dirt block here, a slab here, dirt block here, slab here, dirt block here, and slab here, dirt block here, and then slab here, dirt block here, and then a slab here. Now I'm going to put some slabs here and here. You can break these dirt blocks, and then this will all be powered rail, and then some normal rail here. Now then we're going to go under here, a slab here. You can break this dirt block, and then some powered rail like this. Now I'm going to put a dirt block here, a slab here, and then you can break this dirt block, and then go down here with a dirt block, some soul sand here. You can break this dirt block here, and then some rail like this. So it should look a bit like this if you want to see the order. And then place some slabs across here, and then a dirt block down here, a slab here, some powered rail, and then some normal rail here, and then go down like this. Put some dirt here, and then break this dirt here, and then do one more here, and then the slab here, and then this is going to go across here. So now get your powered rail and go down here like this. Now I just want to make sure yours should look a bit like this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to get our dirt, we're going to place it there, and then a slab here. You can break this dirt, and then put a temporary rail here, so we need a temporary rail, and then some powered rail across here. You can break this rail here, a button here. Now on this side here we're going to put some soul sand here. Now you need to put a button under this soul sand. Now put a wither rose on top of this soul sand. Now get your dirt block and place it here, a block here. You can break this dirt here, and then go across here until you get to the wither rose. Get your buttons down here. Now the next step is we're going to need to go over here and just get a lever here, put it here and turn it on, and that will power all of this rail all the way up to here. Now also on this side, to ensure that this rail here is powered, we're going to put a lever here and turn it on, and that will just power all this rail. Now the last part that needs to be powered is this top rail here. Now what we can do is we can just put a lever here, and then power. Then we're going to shift click and place a block here, and then we're going to go across here until we get to the chunk border here, and stop there. Now next we're going to go to this side and place some stairs here, and also over here. Then we're going to go on this end. Now we're going to open our F3 menu to make it easier. Now go up until you get to Y254. Then put some stairs here. Then from these stairs over here, we're going to go across here until we get to the end here, so where this chunk border is. Then we're going to place one more block here, put some stairs here, and then go downwards. And until we connect this all up, and we should have this ring shape. Now then we're going to go over here, and we're going to place a temporary block over here like this. Now we're going to put a building block here. You can break this temporary block. Now you're going to pretty much repeat this, but on this side. So we're going to place stairs here, and we're going to go across until we get to the end of this chunk border. Some stairs here. We're going to go up. Some stairs over here. Then across here. some stairs here, and then downwards until you fill all of this in like this. Now for the one on this side, we can start filling it in. So fill this in until it's completely filled. Now as soon as you filled this one in, you're going to go onto this side here. We're going to go over here and place a stair here, like this. Then we're going to fill this in with slabs, get a dirt block here and place a stair here, like this. And then carry on with the slabs on this side. Until you get to this end, get a stair and place it here, like this. Now get your glass panes and place them all the way up here until you get to the top. Get a stair and place it here. Now get some slabs and place them here like this, and just keep going until you get to the end. Put a stair here. Get your glass panes and place them downwards like this, until you get to the bottom, like right here. Now over here we're going to get some stairs, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to place some blocks across here. I'm going to go all the way up until we get to 6 blocks, so it should be level with these stairs here. Now on this side we're going to go over here and we're going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, like this, and then we're going to fill this in over here until this is level with the stairs. Now on this side we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to face this one facing upwards like this, and then 1, 2, and then like this. Now for this one we can't face it any direction where a shulker couldn't teleport to it. So we're just going to put a button here to stop shulkers from teleporting here. Then we're going to fill this in with blocks until we get level with this. Now next we're going to move on to the next part, which is a little bit more difficult and might be a little bit hard to follow. So I'm going to try my hardest to make it as easy to follow as possible. So we're going to go over here and we're going to place some slabs here and here and here and here. And I'm going to go across here. Now we have to make sure that these ones here, so these blocks here, are full blocks. And then put a slab here. Then get some powered rail and go across here until you get to this end here. Put some normal rail here, powered rail, and then we're going to get a trapdoor. We're going to place a trapdoor here, and an activator rail here. Now we're going to power this. Now this should power these 2 rails here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to need to make this powered rail lean upwards. So all we need to do is we need to go across here, get some rail here, break this, and then put the block back where it was. Now get a lever here, and power this rail here. Now over here we're going to put a block. We're going to put a button over here, like this. Now next we're going to go down here. So now you know this lever here, we're going to put an observer facing downwards like this. We're going to put a block. Now on top of this observer here, we're putting a target block over here. Now we're going to put a slab here, and then a full block on this section here, like this. Now we're going to put a trapdoor over here, a sign here. Now on this side of the farm here, so where this observer is, you're going to put a slab here. Now put some building blocks here, like this, and then a block here, and here, and here, and then we're just going to go across here, like this, and here. Now this is where you're going to place your snow golems. So I'm going to show you how you can do it, which this method will make it quite easy. So now with your snow, place it here, here, and then you've got your snow golem. And you will need to repeat this. Now just in case, because it might start raining, even though you're quite high up so it'll probably just snow, but if it does start raining, then just put a block up here and that'll block all the rain. So now I filled this all the way up, so I think there's around 23 to 24 snow golems inside here, which is the perfect amount. You can now close it off by doing this, and you can also get rid of this block here because you don't need it anymore. Now the next step will be over here, and we're going to go down here. Now I'm going to place a block over here. Now this is where our redstone is going to go, so we're going to place some redstone down here, and then a lever at the end here. Now I'm going to put some buttons here, and I'm going to go down here and place a sticky piston down here like this, a redstone block here, and to stop any shulkers teleporting here, we're just going to put some buttons at the end here. Now we're going to put some slabs over here, and some redstone dust here. Now put some buttons here and here. Underneath the system here, go round here. Now place some slabs across here. Now through this tiny hole here, we're going to have to fit through here, and place a repeater in here like this, and then some redstone dust here. Now place a block here. Now place a block here, and then up here until we get to the top here. Now just under here we're going to put a slab here, a repeater here. I'm going to put this on 4 ticks. We're going to put a block here, some redstone dust here, and this is going to be the pulse extender. Now over this redstone dust here we're going to put a block here. We're going to put a slab over here and here. Get a comparator and place one here and here. Now then place some slabs across here. Now the easiest way to place this in is to just break these blocks temporarily, and then put some comparators in like this, and then you can replace these blocks again after that. And then place a slab here and here, and then some redstone dust up here, and then also another slab over here like this, and some redstone dust here for this pulse extender. And then just over this pulse extender here we're going to put a button here. We're then going to put a button under this one here. There's a block here, and then place some blocks down here until we get to the bottom here, and fill this all in with buttons. Then we're going to build the next pulse extender, so we're going to go here and put a repeater on this one here, and this is just a normal repeater. Now place a block over here, some redstone dust here, go under here and place a button here. Now shift click into this button, place a slab here, here and here, here and here, like this, and then get your comparators and place 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Then place some redstone dust over here. Then on top of here we're going to put a block up here, and then just some slabs across here until we get to this end here, and then some comparators across here. Some redstone dust here. Now we'll place a dirt block over here, a slab here, you can break this dirt block, and then your redstone dust here. And then go down here and put a slab here, place a repeater into here, and then that's the pulse extenders done. Now we just need to place a few buttons, and this is to stop shulkers from going inside here. So we're going to place a button here, a button here. Now next we're going to go over here with our buttons and just place some buttons on here, just to make sure that shulkers can't get into this section here. And we're also going to go round here and just place a slab in place like this. Now also going to get a button and just place it in here, so we can just place it down. Now if you just click like right over here, you should be able to place the button in. This is just to make sure that no shulkers TP to where the snow golems are. Now place a button over here, and then the last button will go over here like this. Now there's also one more button that I just forgot. Now you just need to place a button in place over here like this. And that's just a little peephole where the shulker can teleport to. Now you also need to go round here and place some buttons just across here like this, and then go up to the lever and just turn it on. Now next we're going to get our blocks and we're going to just fill this in. So now we can fill this completely in to make all the spawning spaces filled in, and yours should look like this. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to start from this side. You can also do this step on the other side too as well, doesn't matter at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an obsidian, and we're going to place obsidian here, a slab here, a building block here, and then a slab here, some obsidian here, a slab here. After that we're going to go over here and get our obsidian, and we're just going to go across until we get to the end here, and then our building blocks, and we're going to go across here until we get to the end here, and then also with our obsidian again. Then we'll get our slabs, and we're going to do the same with these slabs, and then also with these slabs too. Now we're then going to get our stairs and go onto the corners here and just place them in like this, and then also on this side too, and then place some buttons on the ends here. Now you're just going to have to shift click like this and place it in like that. Now then you'll place a stair here and here, and then we're just going to continuously place stairs until we get to the end. You have to make sure that they're facing this direction, and then face a stair in this direction here. And then get a button here and here. Then go on this side and get your slabs again, and just go across here until you get to the end. Now shift click onto this button here and place obsidian here, and also do this on this side. Now go up here. Now you're going to go up here until you get to the top, like this. Put a button here, get your obsidian, and go across here until you get to the other end. Get a button here, shift click and then place your obsidian here, and then go downwards until you get to the bottom. Then get your building blocks and go on this side and just go all the way up here, like this, and then place some stairs here, and then go get your building blocks and go across here, and then get your stairs there and place some building blocks downwards like this until you get to the bottom. And you're going to have to fill this all the way in with building blocks. Now when you filled in this side, you're going to go through here, so in between this section we're going to get our glass panes, and we're going to go over here. Now you're going to have to face here and then just build them upwards until you get to the top, which is here. You're going to get your stair, place it like this, get your slabs again, and place them across here like this until you get to the end. Then put some stairs here, then some glass panes, and then go all the way down here until you get to the bottom like this. Now if you want to, you can light this portal. Now you're also going to do the same here, so you're going to get your obsidian and go all the way up to the top, put a button here. Now shift click into this obsidian and place it here. Now go across here until you get to the end, get a button. Now it's probably easier to go from down here. Now place some obsidian down here and then go all the way up until you get to the top like this, and then place some stairs here and then also on this side here. Now you can fill this in with slabs, and then get your glass panes and just place them in like this. And then do the same on the other side. Then for this side you're going to need to get your stairs and just place them in here, so you're going to be placing a wall of stairs. Now after you place this wall of stairs, you're going to go over here and just place a stair here facing this direction, and then a stair here facing this direction. Then get your glass again, glass panes, and just place them up here. And then also go to the other side. Now you might want to light the portal first and then do this glass pane, then do these glass panes. Then go up to the top and place all these slabs in place like this. Now to stop shulkers from teleporting up here, or even mobs from spawning here, we're just going to fill this all with buttons. So fill all of these empty spaces with buttons. Then we're going to repeat this step onto the other side. Now I don't really need to show you how to do the other side, as it's exactly the same as doing this one, so you can just go back into the video. Now as soon as we've done this section here, so you should have been able to do both sides, we're next going to get a button, and we're just going to put a button here. We're going to put a cobblestone wall here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do something that's a little bit hard, but you should be able to do. We're going to put all the buttons on this farm here. So this is to make sure that the shulkers don't teleport to the wrong areas, and that they actually teleport to the right spaces. So this means putting buttons on this section here. So the easiest way to do this is to go straight to the bottom. So I'm going to go all the way down from here, and then get some scaffolding and just go from a central area here. Now go all the way up. Now scaffold up until you get all the way to the top area. So as soon as we made our scaffolding to the top, we're also going to get some more scaffolding. And we're just going to go across here until we can get to the end. So until the scaffolding just drops. So like this. So now we're going to make like a diamond shape. Now for any areas that you can't reach, just put some dirt here and you can just go across this way, because it's really the only way you can do it. Now what you'll need to do is you need to just place some buttons underneath here. Now try and get every spot. So any area that you'll know that a shulker could teleport to. So all of this area here, shulkers can actually teleport to. So you're going to have to put buttons on all of that area. So the way you can do this is to get your dirt blocks and just go to the side here until you get to this bit here. Now just fill up until you get to the side, so right here should be fine, and then go all the way onto this end and fill it all the way to here until you get to the last obsidian here, and then put scaffolding here and just stack up here. And then as soon as you get to the top, what you can do is you can just place a button here, break button, and just do this the whole way down. And you can do this with all of the sides, and this is just a really easy way of placing all the buttons in. Now as soon as you place all the buttons on one side, you're going to have to do it on the other side. So if you do the same setup where you pull it all the way to the end here, and then use the scaffolding to pull it upwards, you can build this same sort of setup with the buttons on the other side. Now also just want to quickly mention that if you're placing buttons in place and there's a block in the way, just leave it, so you can just place buttons like this and you don't have to place any buttons here. Now next we'll need our scaffolding, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing scaffolding here. So if you're wondering, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks across from this chunk border. So you're going to need to place scaffolding here, and you're going to need to go all the way up until you get to the top. Now as soon as you scaffold to the world height limit, you're going to have to go in your scaffolding, you're going to have to go to Y244. So if I open my F3 menu, just to show you exactly where it is, so I need to go down, 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 until I get to here. Now as soon as I get to here, I've just got to edge out a little bit to the side. Got to place a block here, like this. Now it's quite hard to do that. Then you're going to have to go across here. Now we're going to be building a redstone machine that will dispense items. Now put a comparator over here, put a repeater over here. Now put a soul sand block here. Now if you want to, you can break this block here. Now go on the edge here and place a button here, that will be under the soul sand block. Put some redstone dust here, make sure it's facing into this comparator. Put a target block here. Now go into your scaffolding. And just place some scaffolding across here, so just make it easier to place stuff in. Now place a dropper over here, put a button here, get your cobweb and place it over here. Now place buttons around this dropper, and make sure it's completely filled with buttons, like this. Now onto this end here, and just place some buttons around here. Now get some hoppers and place them over here, and also one here as well. Now place some temporary rails on top of here, put a trapdoor facing into this direction here, and also this direction here. Place some hopper minecarts here and here. Now make sure the hopper minecarts are inside themselves, so they should look like this. Now break this rail here, here, and also here as well. Go on this side and place a trapdoor here, and then also go on here and place a trapdoor over here. Now you'll need some pistons for this next step, so place some slabs across here, place a temporary block over here, place some temporary pistons here. You can break this temporary block here, put a button on top of here, press this button, and as you can see, these slabs have been pushed in place. Now you can break this button and these pistons. Now next you're going to need your dirt block, and you're going to get a trapdoor, place it here and here, like this, and you can break that dirt block. Now from this slab here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on this side you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on this side you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here you're going to go 1, 2, and then over on this one you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then over here 1, 2, 3, and then across here with some slabs to make sort of a ring shape. And then over on this side over here you're going to go put a slab here, dirt block here, slab up here, and then another dirt block here and a slab up here. And we're going to go across here until we match up with this, and then round over to here. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So slab here, dirt block on top, slab, and another dirt block on top, and a slab here. And we're going to be making this sort of shape here. Now over on this end here, we're going to put some soul sand here. We're going to put a redstone torch over here. We're going to get some activator rail and put it here and here. We're going to get some powder rail and go across here, and over here. And this should all be powered here. We're going to get some normal rail and just go all the way up here, and round. There's some powered rail, normal rail, and then also on this side too, the same. And then power rail over here, normal rail here, like this. Actually, the block matching up with this trapdoor here, so right here, should be replaced with soul sand, and the power rail, and also a lever here. Now we're going to get 2 bits of soul sand, one here and one here. We're going to go over here with redstone torches and just put one there and one there, one here and one here, like this. Now we're then going to go round here. I'm going to put some obsidian here and here, some obsidian here and here. We're going to go down here, place some obsidian here and here. We're going to put a dirt block over here, which is our temporary block, and some obsidian across here. Now place some buttons on top of the obsidian. Now make sure this is completely teleportation proof so that shulkers can't teleport on it whatsoever. So just cover it completely with buttons. And then you'll need to light the nether portal after you finish putting all the buttons on it. And then you can go all the way down to the bottom of the world where your scaffolding is, and you can just break it. Now next we're going to get our minecarts, and we're just going to place a minecart over here, and then we'll push it in like this, and it'll go on an endless loop. We're also going to do a minecart up here too, as sometimes, it's not too often, but sometimes the shulkers do appear up here. Then we're going to fill up this chest here with minecarts. Now we also need to light the nether portal for this chunk loader. Now next we're going to move on to the nether side. So what we'll need to do before we go into the nether is we need to make sure that we have access to the nether roof. So if you haven't been on the nether roof before or haven't got access to it yet, I've linked down a tutorial in the description so you can get onto the nether roof. So now as soon as you know you have access to the nether roof, you're going to want to go over here and just down here, so on this button here, which is right next to the lever, you're going to have to open your F3 menu. Now you'll see you have some coordinates on the left. So what we're looking for is the X coordinate. So mine is -168. So you're going to have to divide that by 8. So not my one, but whatever your one is. So you have to divide that by 8. Now write that down and then go to the other one, which mine is -599. Now I have to divide that by 8. Now you'll have to do that with your coordinates as well. Now as soon as you've done that, you'll need to go to that area in the nether. So you have to go to that exact block on the nether, but you have to do it on the nether roof. So now I've made it to the nether and I'm at the coordinates that I said. So I'm at X -21 and Z -74. So I'm going to quickly mark it down just to make it easier to see. Now over here we're going to be building a chunk loader. So this is going to be the other side of the chunk loader. So before you build this chunk loader, you're going to need to get down which way round the other side of the chunk loader is. So now I'm in the overworld side of this shulker farm. I'm at the nether portal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand over here. Now the nether portal's facing this direction and also this direction. Now if you see in the F3 menu, you can see facing. I'll have an arrow pointing to it. Now I'm facing east. Now if I turn around, I'm facing west. So that's going to be the direction we're going to have to make the nether portal in. So now I'm back inside the nether, and I've got my dirt block marked over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my F3 menu again. Now right now I'm facing east, and if I look in this direction, I'll be facing west. So this is the direction the nether portal needs to be facing. Now when we build this chunk loader, we'll need to put some obsidian here. So now we're going to need our temporary block, and we're going to put it here. We're going to put some obsidian here. We're going to go up 1, 2. Can break this block here. Going to put some dirt here. Obsidian across here. Break this. Some dirt here. You can drop down. And some obsidian over here. Now we light this portal. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that it links with the chunk loader. So if we go through here, it links perfectly with the chunk loader. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see which way we need to build this section of the chunk loader. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a minecart inside this dispenser. Then we're going to trigger this. And this will send the minecart through here. Then we'll go through the nether portal. Then the minecart flang out in this direction. So that's the direction which we'll be building the chunk loader. So I'm going to start off by placing a redstone block over here. I'm going to break this minecart. I'm going to put a shroom light here. And I'm going to put a redstone torch over here. I'm going to go over here and place a dirt block in here. Now we're going to place a slab on the end over here. We're going to get a sand block and place it here. Then a cactus here. Then place a second dirt block over here. A dispenser facing this way. Now break these dirt blocks. Put a hopper over here. put one single powered rail over here, one detector rail over here, and some normal rail just here. So we built this sort of chunk loader setup. Now we're going to place our glass in place. So put some glass here and here, here and here, here and here. Then we'll put some glass on top of here, some glass here, and also over here. Now on this edge here, place some glass here, and a trapdoor over here. Now to make sure that it works, we're going to go back into the overworld. We're going to get our minecart again, and just place it in like this, and do this. Now the chunk loader should be working. And it does work. If yours doesn't work, then make sure to go like checking the nether side or the overworld side, and just make sure that everything's all linked up, and also the portals are facing the right way. So now we're going to need our scaffolding. We're going to need quite a bit of scaffolding for this bit, because we're going to be going up to world height limit. So get your scaffolding and just stack up until you can't do anymore, so until you get to the world height. And you also need to go up as well. Now as soon as you've got scaffolding that goes up to the world height limit, you're going to have to open your F3 menu. And this is for placing in the first nether portal. So now you're going to have to go onto your scaffolding, and then go down until you get to Y245. Now you're going to have to right click, and place some scaffolding across here. Now this will give you some area to stand. Now it also might help to place some more scaffolding, so like one more bit in west direction as well. So just in case you're wondering, this is what your scaffolding should look like. So if you see from comparison to the nether portal, which the nether portal is facing this direction, so you can see that the scaffolding is facing in this direction. Just want to make sure that you've got it kind of accurate. Now what you'll need to do is you'll need to stand on this bit of scaffolding, and just place some obsidian on here, here and here, and also on the edges too, like this. Now as soon as you've opened your F3 menu, you should see that you're on Y247. Now that's important. Now next you're going to have to go to this bit of scaffolding over here. You're going to have to go 7 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. You should see that there's 2 bits of scaffolding here. Now what you'll need to do is you need to get your dirt and place it over here. Get some obsidian and go 5 blocks across. And it should match up with this down here. You can break this dirt here. Now place a button over here, like this. Then place some obsidian on this button. You need to shift click and place it like this. And then for this one you need to go up 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now get your buttons and place them in like this. This is to spawn proof it. Now go onto the side here as well. And also the other side too. You can also break some of the scaffolding to help you place in some of these buttons. So just go to the side here and just place in as many buttons as possible, because we need to cover up this whole nether portal. Now for some of the ones which are on the other side and that are hard to get, you can just put some scaffolding like this, and you'll be able to jump onto it and place all these buttons in place. Now for the ones below the nether portal, what you can do is you can just go down here and go across here like this, and just go down, and you can get the ones at the bottom. Now as soon as you know you've placed all the buttons in place on this nether portal, you can go on this bit of scaffolding here and just stack across here to make it easier to sort out the nether portal. So I also advise going across here like this and going round to give you some space to go through, because we're going to be putting lots of trapdoors on this. Now first what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to light the nether portal. Now my advice would be to test it out to make sure that it goes into the Shulker Farm, which it does. We're inside the Shulker Farm at the moment. Now if we go back through, it should link up, which it does perfectly. So now what we're going to do to place all these trapdoors in is, it's probably easier to start from the other side. So if I go round here and start with this side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to need to jump up, and we're only just able to place all these trapdoors in. So put a trapdoor on each of these portal squares. Now once you've done one side, you need to do the other side. Now next we're going to go over here onto this side, then we're going to be placing the other nether portal in place. So we're going to get some dirt over here and place one over here. Now we're using dirt because the scaffolding has a limit. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 like this, and then up, then get some obsidian and place it in like this and like that. So it should look a bit like this in comparison to this nether portal here. Now go to the side here and place a button here, and also over here too. Get some slabs and place a slab here and here. Put powered rail over here like this, Then go to the side on this dirt block here and place some obsidian here. Now go up 2 blocks, put a dirt block over here, some obsidian here. You can break this dirt block and replace it with a button. Put another obsidian here, a button here. Now you can go down here, and this will make it easier to place the obsidian in. So place the obsidian there and there. And then what you can do is you can go to the side over here, and I'm going to use Optivine Zoom to make it easier, and place obsidian there, like that. Now you're going to fill this out with buttons. Now you don't need to fill this side with buttons, or this one either. We're just going to put some buttons on top of here. Now go to round to the side over here, put some buttons up here. You can also stack to this side as well, and this will help you place some buttons over here and here and here. Now stack upwards, and just put some buttons on top. Now right over here you'll need to put a button here. Now on this side of the area you need to put a button here, but on this one you'll need to put a lever. Now you can turn this lever on if you want to. I'm also going to make this platform a tiny bit bigger. This slab here needs to be replaced with a block, and I'm going to put back the power rail here, put a lever here and turn it on. Now what we'll need to do is we'll need to go under here, and you need to break these dirt blocks right here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath, go around 2 blocks under, and place some scaffolding across here, so you have like a little platform to walk on. Get some dirt blocks and place a dirt block here. Now I'll just stack across here, and this will help you place in the buttons under here, and also 1 single button under here. Now go over here to the nether portal and just light it. Now just in case you're wondering, this is what your setup should look like. Now go through this nether portal and make sure it links up, which it does. That's perfect. Now if you go through it again to make sure it completely links up, yep, it links up really good. Now next we're going to go over here and we're going to get our slabs. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for the 11th block we're going to do a full block like this, and then some powered rail going across here. Now we're also going to put a lever on the side here like this and turn it on. Then we're going to go 9 across in this direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. Then some rails across here. Now it should look like this. Now on the end one we're going to put 1 normal rail here. Then we're going to get our slabs and go in this direction. So 1, 2. We're going to go 2 across, 1 dirt block, and then with a slab we're going to go 1 up. Then some powered rail over here. Then place a dirt block over here, a full block here, and then some powered rail over here. Then we're going to face this side, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this, and then put a full block over here. Then place in some powered rail like this, and then put a lever down here and turn it on, and also a lever over here and turn this on. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. Then put some powered rail across here like this. Then go 1, 2 across, and then a dirt block, and then 1 up like this. Then put some normal rail here and some powered rail over here. Then put a temporary block on top of here, a block over here. You can break this temporary block, put some powered rail over here, button, place a lever on the side here and turn it on, and put some buttons on here, and also go to under here and put some buttons here. Now next we're going to go over here and we're going to go 17 blocks in this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like this. You should see there's a 1 block gap here. Now we're going to get our dirt block and we're going to place a dirt block here, and a slab up here. Now go all the way around here and just place some rail here, facing in this direction, and it should be powered. And we'll get all the way up to here, and just put your rail over here. Now place some slabs in this direction, so 1, 2. Some powered rail over here. Make sure this is facing this direction, it's important. Place a block over here. Place a lever on top of here, and turn it on. Now also make sure there's a button on top of here. Now go to the side here and place one single slab here, place a full block over here, put a button on top, and a lever on the side, and turn the lever on. Now go across 17 blocks in this direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then place some rails all in this area, like this, and it should all be powered, except up to here. Now go over here and get your rail, place one rail here, now go across here with some slabs, and then get some dirt, and a slab up here. Get some powered rail and place it all the way up here. Now go one block in this direction, get a full block, and place it over here like this. Now place a lever here and turn it on, and some buttons around here. Now you have to spawn proof the whole of this block, so also go under here and put a button here, and then get some more slabs, and go 16 blocks across here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Get a dirt block and place it over here. Get a slab and place it over here like this. Get some rail and place it across here. Keep going until you get to the end. Now go 3 blocks across in this direction, so 1, 2, 3. Now face this way and place a block here. Put a lever here and also a button on top. Now place some rail across here and make sure this is not facing the wrong way around, and some normal rail over here. Now in this direction here you're going to have to go 8 blocks in, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And place all your powered rail in place. Now place a full block over here, and place the lever here and turn it on. Now as you can see, this rail isn't powered. You're going to have to update it, so what you'll need to do is you'll need to break this rail here, and then place it again, and it should power all of this. Then put some rail on top of here, and then go across 7 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. And place some rail across here, like this, and this should all be powered. Now we're going to get our slabs again, and we're going to go across 10 blocks in this direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like this. Now make this all powered rail. Now over here, this central one, so it's near the center of the portal, so as you can see there's 2 blocks here and 2 blocks here, and this one's in the center. So you're going to have to break that block and turn it into a full block, place some powered rail here, and then go onto the dirt here, and jump up and place a lever here, and just turn it on. Now the slab under here, which is underneath this normal rail here, you're going to have to put a trapdoor next to it. Now get a slab and go across here, and just place slabs across here, so this is where the shulkers will teleport to, and also place them on this side too. Now next we're going to go over here, and we're going to get our activator rail. So we're going to place an activator rail here. Next we're going to place a slab over here, and then place a dirt block up here, a slab here, another dirt block, a slab here, another dirt block, a slab up here, and then again another dirt block and a slab up here. So you need to have 4 slabs going upwards altogether. Now go across here and place 1 slab here, place a dirt block over here, and a slab up here. Now put some powered rail across here, a normal rail over here, and some powered rail up here. Now place a full block over here, some buttons around here, and go underneath and place a lever here. Now this should all be powered. Now place a single button over here, get your dropper and face into here, and place it here. Then place another dropper on top, and then a single dispenser over here. Now go to the side over here, and place a hopper over here, and then put some powered rail here. Now go down here, and face into this dropper here, and place some buttons just round here. Now go over here, and place a slab over here like this. Now go to the side here, place a full block over here. Now go around over here, and now go down all the way here. Now place a slab here, then here, and also over here and here. Now go round here, and then all the way to here, and then place a slab on here as well. Now for this part over here, you're going to need your scaffolding, because it will help a lot. Now place some scaffolding across here, and also one over here. Now place a dirt block over here, and then go down here and place a slab here. You can break this dirt block. Now go to the slab over here which you just placed, place some sand there, and also cactus here. Now go over here and place a button on top of here like this. Get a slab and place it on top of here like this. Get a sticky piston, place it here, slime block here, an observer facing downwards. Now fit a fence gate on this side, some carpet on top. Get a trapdoor over here. Now what you can do is you can press this button here, and then you're able to place a second trapdoor over here like this. Now next get a button over here and place it there. Now get a trapdoor round here and place it over here. Place some redstone dust over here. Place some redstone dust here. Place 2 repeaters, one facing this way and also one facing this way. Put them both on 4 ticks. And also do the same with these repeaters here. Put them on 4 ticks. Then get another repeater and place it over here. Get a button, place it on top of here. Then place one on top of here too. Now also over here I placed this slab a bit wrong, so what I can do is just fix it. So I can break it and then place a slab in here again, and then I can place a sand back in with the cactus. Also break this dirt. Next you want to go to the end here, just place a slab on top of here and also here as well. And also place a button on top of here and also on the side here as well. And just fill this up with buttons like this. Now go over here and place a trapdoor here, a button here, another button here, a lever here, and this will be what you use to turn off the clock. And then also go round here and put a trapdoor here. Now next you'll need to get rid of any scaffolding blocks that you have, so any scaffolding or anything like that. Just get rid of it because you're pretty much finished with this now. Now you're almost finished with this area here. The last thing you just have to do is put the minecarts inside here. So fill this completely with minecarts. So you'll need 27 minecarts altogether. Now put minecarts in here. And also minecarts inside here. Now once this is filled up, you can test out the system, just to make sure that it works. So this should start firing minecarts, and they should start going across here. Now sometimes minecarts can be a little bit buggy, or come off the tracks, and it's kind of annoying when that happens. I found that it only happens on like laggy servers. In the earlier 1.17 version, so not 1.17.1, I found that minecarts are really buggy and wouldn't really work too well. But in this version it seems to be a little bit better. And then just turn it off, and the minecarts will just be collected. Now if you feel like you're losing minecarts, you can always have like a refill system. Now you're pretty much finished with your farm. The last step is getting your shulker here, and I'm going to show you like a brief example of how to get a shulker in place. It's not going to be like the best tutorial, but I'm just going to show you the basics of transporting a shulker into the overworld, as it's not too hard to do. So now I'm going to show you a simple showcase of how to get a shulker into the overworld. This won't be too detailed, it will be detailed enough so that you're able to get a shulker into the overworld. So first you're going to need some sand or gravel or concrete powder, anything that has gravity, so even anvils will work. So now go to the end portal, which is right here. Now aim up here and then just place some sand. Now I advise placing quite a bit of sand if you're in like a desert or something, or maybe using something different if you're in a desert actually, but this will help you find the world spawn point. Now if I go through the end portal, there we go, the world spawn point is over here. Now you'll need to take down the coordinates of this place. This is where my world spawn point is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this sand because it's kind of in the way. So now when the shulker goes through an end portal, it will go to the highest point in the world where the spawn point is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scaffold to the world height limit. It will just make it easier to transport the shulker up to where the farm is. Now as soon as your scaffolding reaches the world height limit, we're going to break 2 scaffolding right here. And then what we're going to do is, so whichever way the farm is, so my farm is over there, so I'm going to have my slabs go this direction, because my farm is in that direction. So I'll place a slab there, and I can break the scaffolding right here, and put a slab here. Now I advise when transporting the shulker to have at least an elytra, it will just make everything much more easier. Then place a slab on top of here, and then a slab here, and then a slab on top of here to make like a full block. Now what you'll need to do is you need to put a lever on top of here. Now don't put any rail on here. Now put 1 powered rail here. Now I advise making a line of slabs all the way to your shulker farm. So I don't know how many slabs you'll need, but you'll need quite a lot if yours is far away, or you won't need many if your farm isn't that far away. Now as soon as you've reached your shulker farm, you're going to have to make this line go across here. Now what you're aiming for is to have your slabs go all the way here until you get under this section, and then go round, and then over here. So you need to make sure that it drops into this dispenser area here. Now also, as soon as you've got it lined up, you're going to need your temporary block. Place one here, and then also over here. Then put a full block here. Now this is because the shulker in the minecart will have some momentum, and we don't want it launching off the slab. Now next you're going to have to place a large rail line. So I'm going to show you sort of an example of what I mean by that. So just go across here and just place some rail here. Now over here on these empty sections you can put some powered rail. You'll need a ton of powered rail if you're a long distance away. And you also need to turn on this powered rail. So I'd advise using a slab here, and then a lever, and just turning it on. And on these ends, on these corners, you can just do this sort of setup, where it turns on both. And you just have to get this powered rail all the way back to the world spawn. Now as soon as you built the rail line and powered it all, you need to make sure that this rail here is not here. So you need to make sure there's no rail here whatsoever. Also make sure that the shulker can't teleport away. You can just use some of these levers and just place them in like this. And this will ensure that the shulker stays in this area here, because you don't want him anywhere else. Now next we'll need to go into the end. Okay, so now that we're in the end, what we'll need to do is we'll need to go to the portal here. We're going to have to pick one of these corners and just go across here and break down here. Now put some activator rail over here, put a lever here and power it, and that's how we're going to get the shulker into the overworld. Then put some powered rail across here. Now this part's important, so you're going to have to find an end city. So it can be any end city whatsoever, as long as it's still got shulkers inside. Now the easiest way to do this is to use a software, so like a Midist or any other software that lets you find different structures in the game, or just find one manually, so just fly around the end and look for one. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to need to make a rail line all the way there. So now on super flat worlds, end cities don't actually generate, so I'm on the super flat world at the moment, so I can't actually show you with the end city, but I can show you how to get the shulker in a minecart. So for this step, when you find your end city, you're going to have to get invisibility potions. So I've got an invisibility potion right now. You're also going to have to take off any armor or elytra or anything like that. Otherwise the shulkers will know you're there because they can see your armor and everything, so they'll still attack you. So if I drink this potion, the shulker won't be able to see me whatsoever. And I'm going to spawn in a shulker right here. Now if you're finding a fresh new shulker, you'll find that you get two shulkers spawning right at the doorway. So now you can kill one of them and get the other. So the easiest way to get a shulker inside a minecart is to put some rails next to it. So I'm going to use some powered rails, and then I'll put a block over here. I'll put a lever on top of this block right here, and then a minecart here, and the shulker will make its way inside the minecart. So now what you'll need to do is you'll need to make a rail line all the way to the end spawn. So now make it a rail line all the way back to spawn. Now as soon as your rail line, so where the spawn is and where the end portal is to get back to the overworld, you're going to have to power this rail. So power the rail all the way up to where the end city is. Now as soon as you've powered all your rail and made sure that it leads all the way back to spawn, what you're going to need to do is you need to get some invis before you go near the shulker. So I'm going to put some more invis on. I'm going to get my minecart. Now what you need to do is you can't actually push the shulker as it's kind of like stuck in place because it's a bit like a block. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to put a minecart here, and this will push the shulker back, and it will make its way all the way back to spawn. Now as soon as your shulker's back at spawn, you're going to see that it's moving, and it's going to get to this activator rail. And as you can see, the shulker disappeared. Now do you know where it went? It went into the overworld. And we're going to go to the overworld. And the shulker should be up there. But don't go straight to where the shulker is yet. Now my advice would be to fly up with an elytra over here. Put some more invis on, unless you've still got some. And then go over to the shulker and do this next step. Okay, so now the shulker's up there, in the world spawn. You're going to get your minecart. And what you can do is you can push a minecart. Now do make sure you have invis. Now at the moment this isn't powered actually, so what you can do is you can put a slab here and just power it like this, and then push the minecart back in. Now the shulker's inside the minecart, but it's not moving at all. Now what you can do is you can place it into this block here, get your powered rail and just place it in, and then the minecart will start moving. Now what you'll do is you'll follow the shulker, because you want to make sure that the chunks are all loaded so that the shulker keeps moving. Now your shulker's so close to getting into your shulker farm. Now it'll just go over here. Now you'll see what I meant about the block. So it just gets rid of all the momentum, and the shulker's going to get into the farm, like this. And now if you don't know, the shulker's actually inside the farm. As you can see, it's inside the farm. It's perfectly where it needs to be. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is some tips and advice and just some other stuff as well, just about the farm and everything like that and how to use it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of this rail, because shulkers are going to probably TP to it, really. So if you just get rid of most of it, you can get rid of all of it if you want. You don't have to, but you just want to get rid of most of it so it's not in their distance to teleport to it. I just want to go through some bugs or some issues that you might have. Like, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes you might get it. So sometimes when the shulker's in this system here, in the entity cramming system, sometimes when the minecarts let go of the shulker, it sometimes appears over here or on this rail here. Now if you were wondering how to fix this, it's not too hard to fix at all. You can just replace these slabs here with soul sand. This rarely happens, but it also sometimes happens on the other side. This is quite rare. Now, also before you start the farm, you need to make sure to put 11 items inside this hopper here. Like this. Now you also want to make sure that your chunk loader's on. So if you want to turn it, you just need to place a minecart inside here. And then do that, and it'll turn the chunk loader on. And then onto the nether side. So on the nether side, a few things I want you to do is just to make sure that this has no buttons on here, because this is where the shulkers need to teleport to be collected by the minecarts. And also make sure that this area here, all the blocks or anything like that, doesn't have anywhere where shulkers can teleport to. Now if you're wondering, this shulkers can teleport to here, but it doesn't matter because the shulkers won't be here unless it's on, and when it's on, the shulkers can't actually get there, so it doesn't really matter too much, just in case you're wondering. Now also here's one more issue that can sometimes happen. There's a chunk loader over here, and it's loading this chunk here and also this chunk here, but not these chunks here. And this is important because if these chunks aren't loaded, then this isn't loaded at all, meaning that all the minecarts and shulkers are not being loaded, and this kind of ends up in chaos really. So that's why the positioning of this farm is quite important. So if you do have this issue, don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. Just put another chunk loader over here. So the chunk loader is over there. I'm also going to put a link in the description to Ilmango's tutorial for the chunk loader. And don't turn on the farm at all unless you've checked this, because your farm could end really badly if you don't check this. Now as the chunk loader system is on, you can now turn this on. Now once you've turned on the nether side, you can now turn on the farm. So the way to turn on the farm is to just flick this switch. Now soon you'll start to get shulkers entering into the overworld. It does take a bit of time to start off with, so you do have to be quite patient with this farm. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you need any help with this farm, then make sure to join my Discord server. I'll be able to help you there. I'll be able to help you fix it or do anything like that. Or if you find a bug in this farm, make sure to put a comment down below, because I'll be able to see that comment and maybe pin it. Now also make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. It's all your choice really. Like, subscribing would be quite cool anyway, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Now make sure to go check out the video on the left, which is a super fast iron farm, and also check out the video on the right, which is a universal tree farm. If you don't know what any of those are, make sure to check them out anyway, because you'll find out. And I'll see you in the next video if you're going to watch any more of my videos, and goodbye.